Hi there, I'm Julie Van Meter. I'm a master life coach and I'm a Reiki master, and I've been considering a YouTube channel for quite some time, but I saw something today that enlightened me and somewhat encouraged me to come out of hiding, if you will. I was taking a walk today and I saw a deer, and she was startled and she jumped into the woods, and I looked around for her. And despite the fact, I found her, and despite the fact that I said, I won't hurt you, well, she hid anyway. Because in her mind, humans are dangerous and scary things, of course. But it helped me realize, I've had experiences in my life where things or people appeared as scary or dangerous, even when I was told otherwise. And there have been times in my life where I've hidden myself away, just like that deer. But it's time to come out of the woods and into the light. I've spent the last year, a year and a half really, of my life healing. And I've talked about that in some of my shorts and my social media and my short videos about the healing process. And what does that mean? So specifically, and almost simultaneously, I lost my father. My father died, and I ended a 3+ year unhealthy relationship. Again, like almost simultaneously. And let's talk first about my dad. If you've watched any of my social media or you know my story, you know that my dad was my absolute best friend, and he was all I had. My mom died when she was 48. She had Lou Gehrig's disease, and I'm an only child. And so it was my dad and I for a very, very long time. And there was a period of time where my dad left and lived in Key West for almost 10 years. And so when he fell ill and I brought him back home to Ohio, he was not in good shape. So we've had quite a journey, my dad and I. I miss the relationship. I miss the open dialogue. And so I've spent a lot of time with his death, trying to understand why I've showed up in this world the way I have for the last 52 years. Looking at the dynamics of my parents and the relationship I had with each of them and the relationship that they had with one another. And looking where in my life, in my childhood, did I feel safe and secure? Or where in my childhood and in my life did I feel like I wasn't enough? So there's been a lot to learn working in the core of me, and I think we all have that journey to take. But a lot of those things that I uncovered, unbeknownst to me, carried into my relationship, for which there was a lot of hope. But ultimately, over time, and I saw red flags early on. But I wanted to ignore them and romanticize that things would be better or that things would be okay, because I was a positive person, and I wanted things to be okay. But ultimately, over time, it became very toxic, and I lost myself. I abandoned myself in that relationship, and I abandoned who I knew myself to be. I left that behind and moved back home to Ohio, and have been trying to fully eliminate that toxicity. And that has been a process, and I've learned a few things as a result of all of that. And one would be to feel what you feel and sit with those feelings instead of brushing them under the rug. I think in the past, I definitely put my sunny side forward, and pretended like everything was okay, and I've got this lovely, glamorous life, and it's been a great life. But there are things that happen, and they're not sunshine and rainbows, and so we have to take the ups and downs and allow them to be what they are and process through them and not ignore the stuff that lies beneath. So it's been a good year and a half, but I've reached a point in my life where I think I'm genuinely at peace. It doesn't mean bad stuff doesn't happen, but I'm at peace with what I'm learning and truly with who I am. But I also wanted to learn from my experiences. So I've taken a step forward with some continuing education, and I'm doing some healing and certification work through Caroline Strawson's School of Embodied Trauma-Informed Living. And that's a mouthful. So what does that mean? So Caroline Strawson is someone that I have found on social media and then began to follow, and her work really resonated with me as I was going through my healing process. So she is a codependency and narcissistic abuse recovery specialist, and she helps women heal from their unseen wounds. Not only that, but she also equips coaches through a somatic trauma-informed coaching certification, through trauma-informed positive psychology, and she also teaches the fundamentals to become an accredited narcissistic abuse specialist. So going through this continuing education and becoming certified, which it will take some time, but what that means is that I will be better equipped with a deeper understanding of trauma and how it impacts your body at a nervous system level. And I've only gone through the first, several modules, and I'm learning so much already. It's fascinating. And it helps make sense of my own experience. And it means that I'll be able to help more of you who have experienced any type of trauma in your life, but more specifically, those of you that have been impacted by narcissistic abuse and feel disconnected from yourselves because of it. So this type of healing and learning and growing, it's really a journey. But having been through it, and now becoming more educated on it, I plan on sharing with you anything and everything that I learn that I think would be of benefit to you. So I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I will include my website and my social media links below so that you can be in the know. This is a very short first YouTube introduction video, but I welcome you to my channel, and I welcome any comments, any questions that you have, and I'm here for you. So thank you for your time. Be well. I see you and I support you.